Okay, let's see how this one comes out. This one's an old-fashioned thingamajig. We don't have them anymore. We'll soon find out how this one looks, if we can make this one look good. Going to make it 200%. How we're going to make this one look. This will be an interesting one. Doesn't look like an easy one colour-wise to make look attractive. So let's see if we can just make it look really nice. Even though it's something very, very mundane. Handy but mundane. So I'm wondering, if we're going to do something different. We're going to go to the red. This one's got a lot of blue, so we're going to make it, going to add some red. And we're going to go from, actually that's the wrong way. We're going to not use copy density because we want to use that. Contrast is now gone because of brightness. So complicated, Konica Minolta, fuck yous. Anyway, we're just going to do the colour balance thing. So we're just going to knock it up really high. Woo! We went too fast. The black. Actually, we're just going to leave it like that. And we're just going to see what we can do with this rather old-fashioned, mundane, everyday thing that, if many people remember, it is called a pensioner excursion. It's what you get when you're either an old-age pensioner on Centrelink or a disabled person like myself. Also on, well, Centrelink is what supplies the pensions and the payments for unemployment benefits and for disability pensions and the old age pension, you name it, it does it. But basically, yeah, so if you're not from Australia, that's what Centrelink is. So that's right. So this is my, they used to have these, so you could get, I think it was still $2.50 back then. This was in, the date says on here, the 5th of April 2014. That's when I bought the ticket and used it. And basically, yeah, you get to travel all day on $2.50. This ticket would be valid for one day, and you could ride as many trains and buses and shit as possible, ferries, whatever, and not have to pay any more. And if, as long as you're in New South Wales, you can use all the trains up to the, well, probably not up to the border because that's the XPT run, but basically any suburban trains or trains to places like Newcastle or down to wherever, whatever's, it's hard to explain because the XPT covers the longer trips, whereas this goes to like places like Newcastle, Gosford, Port Kembla and places like that. And basically, yeah, it's really handy to have instead of paying too much for every ride that you take. So, but now they don't make these anymore. What this has been replaced with is what's called an Opal card, and the pensioners and the disability pensioners get a gold card, which has pretty much the same function as that. So basically, it's a gold card that we have, but we can't buy the gold card from a newsagent like you can a black Opal card. The black Opal card represents people who are employed full-time. Well, I don't know whether it's just full-time people, but I know that full-time people use the black Opal card. I'm actually thinking this is shit. We're going to make a better one than that. Stuff it. But basically, the black Opal card is the card for your average person who can hopefully afford to travel, pay for every trip at full fare. But yeah, it's an interesting little system. Let's see if we can make this look really nice. There are other Opal cards, but I just want to discuss the two that are most relevant. So I think we've made that look good because I wanted to get the word pensioner excursion up there and just make this into a really daggy little demo here for a bit of fun with an old ticket. I'm going to hang on to that ticket. It's going to be basically a memory of my time. purposes. One day when I get married to my future husband, Luigi, I'll be taking myself... Oh shit, we got some... Oh, I thought we had some fixing problems. No, that's just dirt, I think. But basically, I'll be taking myself off the disability pension, and I'll end up being with under Luigi's care, because he's rich and he loves me. And yeah, and I don't want to take up public money that I don't need, because if I'm married to Luigi, I won't need Centrelink. That's the bottom line. Because I don't need Centrelink, I basically think, well, there's a lot of people out there who do need it more than I do. I will graciously and I'll kindly go off Centrelink and let Luigi look after me. And as a way of paying my way with Luigi, I want to become a volunteer worker at his business, which basically is, of course, it's a company a photocopier company, a company that you can lease your copiers off. It's a dealership, a copier dealership. That's the word I was looking for, a dealership. So his business deals in copiers like these sort of... Fuck me dead. Auto paper selection. Fuck, what's happening here? I know what I think. This is odd. I don't know why that happened. So let's try that again. I've never had this happen before. Oh, we've got to take it off auto. At least it's told us that there's something there. I don't think we're going to need an enlargement. Yes, we do. So we're going to have to go and find we're going to have to select manually the original size. So this is some of the things that photocopiers can throw up, which can be a distraction in the average office. So this should work now. So hopefully... Oh, fuck. Auto paper selection. That's what I've done wrong. I forgot to set my paper tray, but I did. It's not behaving itself. This machine's going bonkers. Honestly, it doesn't normally do that. Normally I can do this. Oh, fuck me dead. Now it's okay. I think I don't know what happened there, a glitch. Stupid fucking copiers. They don't work properly. Now we're on to another topic now. The poor functionality of photocopier equipment such as this. Stupid capitalism. Again, rich people not caring about the company. They get the fucking privilege to sit in the CEO's chair, but basically they don't treat it as a privilege. They treat it as like it's a right. A right, not a privilege, but it's a privilege. And I'm not happy with that. Luigi's the world expert on photocopiers, but yet he can't do anything to change it, because the capitalist piggies that run Konica Minolta, for example, and Xerox and Ricoh and all that, won't let smart people into the CEO's chair. I think this must have auto-cleared on me while I was talking, maybe. Oh, fuck me dead. Sorry, folks. I've made this demo a little bit more prolongated, but I hope there was a little bit of fun watching me fuck up on the paper tray or whatever it was that was causing that problem. But yeah, it's just not a fair world we live in. And, Luigi wants to make a better photocopier as well as myself, but he can't because the rich pigs are in control, and they won't let people like him who pose a threat to their money train sit in the top job. So people like him just have to make do with something like a business where you can lease copiers or rent them, buy them. And I want to basically be a refurbisher, a volunteer refurbisher, making old machines and making them reusing them again. Now that's interesting. That looks very strange. I can't say I actually like it, but it's interesting. But basically, yeah, I want to be able to volunteer to help Luigi's business by getting machines that are cheap for the for non-government organisations or charities or even individuals who have a small business but can't afford a brand new machine. So I want the labour that I do on these machines to be free, and this will be my way of saying thank you to Luigi, to love him. I don't want to sit on Luigi's pay packet doing nothing. I honestly want to work and make something of myself. I'm not, because of my disabilities, I don't have the ability anyway to work like a fully functional person can. But I'll be grateful to just be able to help with the business, and because I'm providing my services for free, it won't be a problem that I'm a bit slow at doing the job. And basically, I'll be glad to make people happy, people who need photocopiers cheap, who can't otherwise afford them. They are expensive, but we want to make the world a better place by helping out somehow. And I've got big dreams ahead of me, but at the moment I just want to concentrate on what's ahead of me, just in the near future. I can't get too hooked up with the big picture sometimes. Sometimes I'll talk about the big picture on my videos, but maybe not now is not the time. And basically, yeah, I've got big dreams, and I look forward to a day when my disabilities can be fixed, and then I can become, well, here we go, I'm just going to tell you, I want to become a CEO and a scientist. I want to run a big photocopier company that makes artificially intelligent photocopiers that last, whose hardware has spare parts and labour for 60 years instead of 5 years, like with Konica Minolta as we know it. So I want to make the world a better place. When I get brain implants to fix my brain damage, I want to become a CEO and a scientist. And I'm actually thinking, I've fucked up with the arrangement of this. This doesn't look good like that. Sorry, folks, we're just going to swap around. I think it looks better this way. So basically, I want to be a CEO, run a big copier company, and I want to basically, how should I put it, I want to give most of my earnings away instead of keeping them for myself. It's going to be a huge amount of money that I'll be giving away as a CEO, and I want to do that because I want to make the world a better place. I want to help the sick and the needy, the disabled. I want to help clean up the planet. I want to find solutions for climate change, global warming, which basically they have an effect on each other. I think global warming does cause climate change. It's a little bit hard for me to understand how it all exactly hangs together, but it's a big issue. And basically I want to donate, much of the money that I give away will be in the form of scientific experiments and discoveries. And one of the big ones I want to do is to harness the power of lightning to create usable electricity for anyone, just like we have coal-fired power stations which are the old-fashioned, horrible, dirty, filthy way of producing electricity. But it can also be used in conjunction with other renewables such as solar and wind, which is really good, which would be really nice to have instead of fossil fuels. But basically, I want to give most of my money away for science, to donate scientific discoveries such as the harnessing of lightning for power, give it to someone who's responsible and who doesn't have a love of money, who wants to make free electricity for everyone. And we've got to make water free, we've got to make food free, we've got to make everything free that supports life, instead of making it into a capitalist junket as we know today. And I've just got so many things I want to do in my life. I'm now 45. I do hope I can live to 105 because I've lost a lot of time in my life fucking around and doing stupid things and not knowing who the fuck I am and what I'm supposed to be doing to make a difference in this world. So I just hope I get more time on this world to do what I endeavour to do, and to give. If I earn, say, $2 billion from running a photocopier company, the only amount of money I want to keep for myself is 75,000 and 75,000 for Luigi. Luigi's got another job that he'll be doing, so he doesn't have time to walk in my shoes, so I'll be the main breadwinner, but Luigi will contribute significantly to other things that are really important, humanitarian things. So I do want to make a difference. I don't want to be greedy. I really care about the human race. So I'll leave you with that warm message. Gotta go.